My name's Jovi, and I am an automotive technician here at Triple S Motorsport. This is my 1986 Toyota Corolla AE86. I've done a red top 4H swap with T50 trans, 1980 Celica rear end, custom rear brakes and rear suspension arms. The setup is very much for autocross. It's all built in my garage in a really short amount of time, about 2 months from a bare shell, and that's just after work and on the weekends. Yeah, that was actually, I think, quite an iconic moment, having the Corolla on the dyno. I guess cut footage. Yeah, I'm grateful that I was allowed to do that today and really enjoyed that, and gives me a benchmark for what I can do in the future. So that's one of my projects. I have a few others. I got a 1986 Camry that we absolutely love. It has a nickname that I probably shouldn't say online. I love that car. That's got some exciting things planned for this year. It's slammed on like S13 coilovers, Pontiac Fiero wheels, which is pretty interesting because it's a weird bolt pattern, and yeah, that's a cool cruiser. And then my daily actually right now is a Mitsubishi Evo 4, same as Colton. A little bit more haggard, but as far as taste, I'm very particular on taste. So don't ask me if you bought the right wheels, because I'll probably say no. But if that's something that you want to run, you make sure it happens here. When I was a kid, my dad used to race old Ford Escorts, Mark IIs, European. I'm from the UK originally, so that's where everything started. So that's what I grew up around. You know, my dad would go to hill climbs and sprints, and I would be along for the ride. And if it had wheels, I loved it. You know, I was making little wooden go-karts to run down the hills when I was a kid, and starting putting engines apart and things like that. And then, and you know, my dad's my main influence for how I grew up. You know, I've watched F1, British touring cars, all that stuff. Been to so many events as a child. Took up karting when I was a kid as well. Really enjoyed that. And yeah, and then when I moved out here, I still stuck with it. I probably own more cars than I should have ever had, and that's how I got into cars. I heard about Triple S through probably the best person in the world. Gary is an amazing human being. He's got, I don't remember what year it is. I want to say 88, Toyota Sora with a 2J swap. And he had a lot of the engine work done here at Triple S. I took a ride in his car one time, and it was exciting. It doesn't make much power. I think it's 190 horse at the wheels, but it was just something else, and I knew right then, like, Triple S was somewhere that I wanted to work, and somehow magically ended up here. So shout out to my wife for letting me work here. I really love doing like a lot of the engine work. Not so much like, I enjoy the internal stuff, but once you get the engine mounted in a car and you got to figure out plumbing and this and that, I really enjoy that aspect. But overall, just everything we do at Triple S. I mean, right now with the rear axle that we've been putting in the Atlas truck, I've really enjoyed that project. And the guys in the shop, I absolutely love the guys in the shop. It's so helpful. We've got such a varied dynamic of who's done what in the past, and I think it really fills in every hole, nook, cranny that we could come up with as far as troubleshooting and figuring things out here in the shop. I feel like there's pretty much nothing we can't tackle, which is really exciting. Street Cats is an automotive kind of lifestyle brand that was kind of a club that I started in Cranbrook, I think about 4 years ago now. All original designs by myself, all printed. It was all printed in-house. Right now we're kind of in a hiatus just with the move here to Edmonton. But we ran autocross, we ran car shows and different events, cruises, stuff like that. And as a brand, been a lot of fun, very successful, all things considered. I'm excited what we can do in the future with it, but also I'm excited to try and apply my art style and designs to Triple S. My nickname is Jovi 1 Kenobi, hashtag built by the Force.